So Wednesday morning healing class, it always has the same format. We just do 10, 12 minutes of little warm-up exercises, just to get the chi, the energy of the body flowing. But if you're not well enough to do that, then you can, and you're watching the video, this you can just fast forward 10 minutes and the meditation start. We can either do a standing meditation, as I'm standing now, with the feet wide, knees bent, back straight, arms hanging down by the side, or alternatively, sitting. Doesn't matter, either one is fine. And so, yes, whatever you choose to do, just use that for sitting or lying down or standing for the meditation. So the simple warm-up exercises go like this. We work on the spine. First of all, we rotate the spine, then we forward and back bend the spine, and then we sideways bend the spine. And so all of those just help us get a little bit more flexibility. But the idea is that you can also adjust these exercises to suit yourself. So if you find that I'm saying, turn all the way around and look back over your shoulder, but you can't do that, then just do a very small version of it. It doesn't matter. You can adjust each exercise just to do what you feel comfortable with at the moment. So don't push yourself too far. And most importantly, although it seems blindingly obvious, don't hurt yourself. And so we begin. The standing stance is very wide. It's as wide as your shoulders, if not a little bit more. The knees are gently bent, the back is nice and straight, the arms hang down by the side. We're going to turn from the belly. So turn from deep inside. Gentle, easy turns. So the idea is that the belly drives the movement. You can start off just by thinking about the little belly button moving from one hip to the other hip and keeping your shoulders completely soft and released. What we're actually really thinking of is behind the belly button, deep inside the core of your body. There's no real organ as such, or there's no real kind of like location. We just have to imagine a line that goes through from the belly button and appears on the other side between the third and fourth vertebra. And so if you can imagine that line going straight through the center of you, Dr. Pang, my teacher, is very, very precise about this. He says 7/10 of the way into the body from your belly button. I think, wow, that's a very precise measurement. But it's not exactly halfway, it's a little bit over halfway. And if you think of going in through your belly button, you'd eventually bump into the front of your spine. And the area is just in that sort of space, just in front of your spine, deep inside your belly. So we're moving this little space internally, and that moves the hips. It also moves the knees, and it also moves the ankles, just a little bit. And then we're moving the belly, and that moves the spine, which turn the shoulders, which generate this movement through the arms, which generate this movement all the way down to your fingertips. So it's a very good way to start off the day, just to get the energy flowing deep inside, get the chi flowing in your body. We can open up the palms of the hands, just at the side of the hands, slap onto the side of the body, the forearms thump onto the belly button, the back of the arms thump onto the kidneys. Okay, so let's just slow that down a little bit, and then we can start to move it a little bit further. So we go slower, but we try and turn a bit longer. Use your head, look back over your shoulders, and that now means the whole of the spine is being accessed, from the nape of the neck down to the tailbone. few more long opening turns. Very good, and then just let everything slowly subside to stop. Okay. So sometimes it can make us feel a little bit dizzy. So what we do is we put our hands in the earth, we lift up chi, and then we pour down chi. Just imagine this energy moving in your body, drawing chi down into your belly. Release and relax the hands and let the chi flow. Lift up and pour down. Lift up and pour down. So hopefully that makes you feel a bit more stable. So now we can do our forward and back bends. So simply, we're just going to stretch backwards. So lift the hands up in the same way that we've done before. Just draw the hands up again, stretch up. But this time, all we do is just let our hips and our knees drift softly forwards, and you can gently lean backwards. And then up, backwards. Stretch up, gently back. Stretch up, and gently back. Stretch up, hands up in the blue sky. So to go forwards, we coordinate our arms and our ears. They're not pressed together. We just coordinate the arms and the ears, tip the arms over, and that just bends the nape of the neck. And then from this posture, let the upper back bend, let the middle back bend, and let the lower back bend. And we just hang down as much as the body can gently do. Just watch your balance when you're down here. Don't topple forwards. Okay, so keep the knees nice and soft, keep the back of the neck relaxed, so the top of the head kind of points down at the ground. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to stretch down towards our toes. So imagine a line between our toes, and we gently stretch down towards that line. And then you imagine a line drawn between the roots of your toes. Stretch towards that line. Then you imagine a line drawn between your insteps. So as you can see, it gets gradually deeper each bend. And release. And then a line between your heels. Go back as deep as you comfortably can, really. Good, and then just let the body hang and relax. To get yourself standing upright, point the tailbone right up behind you into the blue sky. You feel your legs straighten a little bit. And then push the tailbone towards the front of the body and let the body sort of roll the spine up. Bring up the head and arms at the same speed. Gently draw up. Stretch up, hands up in the blue sky, nice long stretch. Knees and hips drift forward, you softly lean back. And up, back. Stretch up, back. And up, back. Hands up in the blue sky. Okay, so forward bend time. So we take the arms and ears over. This bends the nape of your neck. Then we bend the upper back. Then we bend the middle back. Then we bend the lower back. And let the body sink and relax. Back of the neck is relaxed. Tummy tucks in. Let the whole body just hang in, relaxing. Sink gently down toward the toes. And release. In line with the roots of our toes. And release. Heading in level with our insteps. And release. And then working back to the heels. It's a nice deep bend. The body just hangs and relaxes. So lift the tailbone up behind, push the tailbone to the front, roll the spine up, lift up the head, the arms, the ears, stretch up into the blue sky. Knees and hips drift forward. We can softly lean back and up, back and up, back and up, back. Oh, stretch up into the blue sky. Okay, So we're going to go this time. Try and keep your legs straight if you can. So it just makes the stretch a little bit stronger on the back of the legs. So keep the legs straight. Same thing, tipping over the arms and the ears, going into the upper back, going to the middle back, going to the lower back, keeping the legs nice and straight yet again. Let the whole body hang. So with these nice straight legs, we're just going to stretch down again to the toes. So you probably feel the hamstrings a little bit more. And then release in line with the roots of the toes. And release in line with the insteps. And release back toward the heels. Relax and release. Lift the tailbone up behind. Push the tailbone towards the front. Spine rolls up. Head, arms and ears roll up. Stretch up, stretch up. Knees and hips drift forward. You can softly lean back and up, back, stretch up, back, stretch up, back. Oh, hands up in the blue sky. Nice long stretch. Okay, so we're going to do one last repetition through. Keep your legs nice and straight if you can. Arms and ears tip over. Upper back, middle back, and lower back. Let the body hang and relax. Nice and relaxed. Sink softly down toward the toes. And release. In line with the roots of our toes. And release. In line with our insteps. And release. Back toward the heels. Nice deep bend. Good. Relax, release. Let the body hang. Lift the tailbone up behind. Push the tailbone to the front of the body. Roll the spine up and bring up the head and the arms and the ears and stretch up, stretch up. Blue sky T. Knees and hips drift forward. You softly lean back and up, back, stretch up, back, stretch up, back. Hands up in the blue sky. Okay, so we just let the hands drift down the side of the body, relaxing down. And it's gather chi. So plant the hands in the earth, lift up, and gently pour down. Lift up. And gently pour chi. Draw the chi down through the body, focusing all the chi deep into the belly. Okay, so last thing we do is side bends. Raise the hands up into the blue sky. Sorry, raise your right hand up into the blue sky. And then we're going to bend across the left hand side. Gentle breath in and head left. Gentle breath in and head left. Breathing gently in, stretching left. One more time. Breathe in and stretch left. In breath, take the right hand up. Exhale, swap the hands over. In breath, stretch up on the left. Head across to the right side. So feel the whole of the left side of your body open up. Gentle breath in and stretch. Gentle breath in and stretch. Breathe in. Stretch. Breathe in and stretch. Hands up in the left hand up in the air. Exhale, swap the hands over. Right hand comes up. Exhale across to the left side. Feel the whole right side of your body opening up. Gentle breath in. Stretch to the left. Breathe in. And stretch. Breathe in. And stretch. Breathe in. And stretch. Raise up the right hand. Swap the hands over. Stretch up on the left. Last time, we gently drift across to the right and open up the left side of the body. Nice long breath in. Stretch. Breathe in. Gentle breath in. Exhale, stretch. Breathing in and stretch. Breathe in, lift up. Hands up in the blue sky. Exhale, hands down. We just finish off gathering chi. Lift up and pour down. Gently lift up and pour down. Once more, gentle lift. Pour down. The next time we do it, we just bring our hands onto the belly. You can keep doing this if you still feel wobbly, if you still feel a bit dizzy, but otherwise, just bring the hands up and bring them down onto the belly and kind of park them there, settle them there, deep over the belly button, connected deep inside. So we just stand with our knees gently bent, hands on the belly. Just keep the whole body relaxed. So this is where we start our meditation section, where we're just going to either stand, lie down, or sit is fine. We're just going to spend 30-40 minutes gathering chi by holding the hands on the belly. Just wait for one moment while I make a little adjustment at my end. Stay in that posture. I'm just going to plug some power into my laptop in case it suddenly decides to give up. Don't want any interruptions. So, Dr. Pang, the founder of Zhineng Qigong, he created this poemic form that kind of gives us an idea of how to find the meditative space. And so what I'll do is I'll sing it for you in Chinese, and then I'll translate it for you straight away if your Chinese is not that good. But it's nice just to get into the sort of the vibe of the whole thing using Dr. Pang's own words. So it goes like this. 头天彻地，云上一场，万劫难见，心所毛主。一念不起，身如太空，身 So when we translate Dr. Pang's poem, it starts by saying, connect with your feet into the earth. Being grounded in that way is really important for us. But it goes beyond that idea. It's kind of like all the way through the earth, the blue sky beyond, out into the universe, up from your head, up into the blue sky, up into the clouds, up above, into the universe, out in front, to the left, to the right, behind. Just allow yourself to dissolve and expand out into the universe. It's a real opening of an idea. When we do this, it lets our whole body start to relax. Our mind starts to quieten. So he says, allow no distracting thoughts. Try and keep your mind clear. So this is the essence of meditation, is just to try and gently move the ideas away as they pop up, not to allow them to disturb you from your lovely, still place. But also he says, as we dissolve ourselves into nature, as we work our way back into the background energy of everything around us, it's no longer really possible to state where you end and where nature begins, where nature ends and where you begin, because we realize that we are deeply connected into the energy field around us, because we're made of energy. We are made of chi. We are made of vibration. And so it's not really possible for us to feel the difference between the air around us and our physical body. So the borders start to blend. We start to dissolve into the chi field. No difference between the inside and the outside. So we bring about this deep inner peace. We generate this deep inner calm, and it brings about peace for us. So when we dissolve in this way and we start to feel the enormity of the universe, we can then draw ourselves back from this enormity of the universe back into our physical bodies. Don't forget, there's never any point in bringing back the old version of you that's broken. Bring back the working version of you. Bring back a great idea of you. So every time you dissolve into nature, you just kind of let go and think, oh, okay, all my problems dissolve. I'm just going to let go of everything. And then we can bring back a healed version. Just imagine your body perfect. Sometimes people have a struggle with that. They struggle to think about what a perfect body might be like. Perhaps there was a time, a photograph of you, where you just think, oh, that was it. That was when I was looking at my very best. That's when I was happy. That's when everything was working. And you can imagine that and then sort of draw it back into your time frame, into your being, into your whole body now. And just think about that moment and think, I know how I felt that day. I know how happy I was. I know everything was working well. I was fit and healthy. But sometimes people don't even have that. So the other thing you can do is think of someone you really admire, a sports person or a movie personality, and imagine the health and happiness they have. Imagine that going all the way through your body. Whatever the image is that you need to use, you find something that works for you, because it's not the same for everybody. So you can imagine the health and happiness and joy of someone else, of something, some other you at some other time. That just rinse through your body. So when we expand out into the universe, we're just letting go of all the old problems. And when we're bringing ourselves back, we're bringing all this amazing healing back into our bodies, bringing back a perfect time into our bodies. Your body responds to that. Your brain thinks, oh yeah, I remember that, and starts to make your body move back in that direction. So when you and I connect in this way, we can work with each other, but we also work with the wider group of Qigong students who come to our classes, come to my classes, but then to the wider groups all around the world, millions of classes, millions of people. You can connect into this vast library of wonderful healing information. So we connect at a deep consciousness level. I think that's what's really important, is this idea of consciousness. So just feel that you can connect at a deep conscious level. First of all, connecting consciously with your body is one important thing, is actually being in your body. We spend so much time rushing around doing the shopping, so much time rushing around worrying about the family, so much time rushing around, and you can fill in the blanks here about what it is that you rush around and do. We spend so much time avoiding being with our bodies. So how does your body feel today? What does your body have to tell you? What's going well? What's not going so well? What do we need to work on? What do we need to let go of? Perhaps it's very obvious. Perhaps it's something like a pain, a muscle strain. I was helping a friend move house, so my back feels a bit grumpy today. Doing the warm-up exercises were lovely, but I can also just think about this area of my back, and I can just imagine, bathing it. Yeah, if you've ever sort of sat by a fire and felt that beautiful warmth of the fire going through your body, or in a hot bath, or sometimes acupuncturists use a little heat lamp on you. I'm sort of thinking, just bathing my back in that lovely heat today just relaxes it and think, yeah. So if you're bringing your mind's attention to a part of your body, you can start healing in that process, in that area. And so I'm just thinking about my back and I'm thinking, yeah, relax the whole back. Yes, all the muscles are nice and relaxed. Imagine sort of warm and heat like sunshine on my back. And so that was just a very sort of simple idea of how you might bring your chi to help you heal a particular part of your body. Perhaps it's deeper than that. Perhaps it's something at an organ level. Perhaps it's something almost at a DNA level, a cellular level. You can bring your mind very deeply into your body like a laser beam. You can focus exactly into an area and dispel problems from that area and bring back great healing. So you don't really have to know how the physical part of the body works. You can just think, okay, I know that I have a problem with my liver, so I'm just going to imagine all the problems of the liver are gone, and I bring back a great healing liver. And then just pour healing into that area of the body. Just imagine everything working well. So the one little caveat that comes with it is that if you keep on saying, my sore knee, my broken knee, my sore knee is so bad, what you're doing is reinforcing the idea of a sore knee. So try not to get too carried away with it. It's fine for you to think to yourself, my knee is sore, it needs fixing. All the problems have gone, my knee is working perfectly. All the problems have gone, my knee is working perfectly. That's great. But if you're constantly repeating to yourself, I have a sore knee, then somehow you're fixing the problem in place. So just be careful with your languaging, with the way you think about it. You can draw your body's attention to your sore knee once, but then after that, just let all the pain go and just bring back healing and happiness and everything working well and everything in perfect working order. So, don't keep on repeating my cancer, my diabetes, my heart disease, because that's bad, because you keep on sending bad information to yourself, that won't help. And that is one of the essences of the problems in our lives. We keep on sending ourselves bad information at a consciousness or a subconsciousness level. So just hear me when I say that. We send bad information to ourselves at a consciousness level or even at a subconsciousness level. What are the stories that you tell yourself? It was my fault that such and such happened in my life or someone else's life. It was my behavior that made this happen. It was my choice that ruined this. It was my, all of these things we tell ourselves. They're stories from your past. You don't need them anymore. In some instances, whatever has gone wrong has gone wrong. Yeah, okay, that's it. Let it go. It's over now. Perhaps you did do something that's not creditable. Perhaps you did do something you don't like. Perhaps you made a mistake of some sort. But that was then. That's in the past, not now. So forgive yourself. There's one truth. It appears to us that the world is a very unfair place. If I've heard that so many times, it's just not fair. Why should I be the one who's suffering with this? It's just not fair. The world is full of events, things that just occur. And the question is, how do you respond to that? If you look at an event and you think, that's terrible, it's awful, then you've put a huge judgment on it. And if you look at another event and think, that's wonderful, you've still put a huge judgment on it. Any judgment is a problem. You just have to look at an event and think, oh, okay, great, yeah, that's fine, no problem. Good, bad, no problem. Because we don't want to put too much judgment on anything. So life does look unfair from your judgment structure. But it's only your judgment structure that's making it look unfair. So you have to find a different way to relate to the events of the world, the events of your families, the events of your life. When somebody comes and says, hey, Jeremy, you should do this, a family member, rather than saying, you always tell me to do it, or saying, oh goodness, I suppose I might have to be a victim and do it, rather just think about it. Just say, well, that's your opinion. That's lovely. You keep your opinion. I have a different opinion. I'm going to keep mine, and we'll surely work a way out. Everything will be fine. So we try and find a balance path through the middle, not overreacting. You should do this. You should do this. I don't want to do that. We suddenly have all these reactions that come from our subconscious, from our childhood. So we try to stay calm. We try to stay focused. We try to stay in our center. We try to stay in lower dantian, the core of our body, behind the belly button. So rather than letting our brain fire off as soon as an event appears in our lives, we try to stay steady and react in a gentle and easy way to these provocations of life. So with our own balances, checks and balances, we feel that things are unfair. This is not going my way. This is going against me. Oh dear. But actually the reality is that it's just our judgment system that's making us feel upset about that. There is, however, another truth beyond the unfairness of life. And that is that in consciousness, we are all equal. So you may be exceptionally tall and someone else is very short. You may be quite heavy and someone else might be very thin. Everything is different. Life is always different. You might be very rich. Somebody else might be very poor. Life is just that. It's a game that we all engage in. We play. And we mustn't get too carried away with the game. We mustn't get too involved so that we lose sense. consciousness, we are all equal in consciousness. When we go beyond the game state, we are all one in consciousness. So when we look at our lives, it takes boldness. You have to be a bold person to take life by the hands, by the lapels, we say, as if your life is wearing a suit and you grab it like a gangster and you're holding life. You have to be bold. Or you can choose to be a victim, but be aware of the fact that you are choosing victimhood. Life is never fair to me. Life never treats me well. I'm always the unlucky one. I always get ill. I've always got problems. That's your judgment system. So what's really important is that you try to stand up and live a life that you're proud of. So can you really feel you're proud of your life? Do you really think to yourself, this is the life I should be living? I am living my best life. If you don't feel that you're living your best life, then what do you need to do to change that? What are the things currently in your life that are holding you back? Maybe it's a partner, maybe it's a house, maybe it's an illness, maybe it's a lack of money. What do you need to do to change the things that are holding you back? One of the biggest things that holds us back is our fear. You've probably came across the old spiritual acronym FEAR, F-E-A-R, and it stands for false evidence appears real. So fear is a mirage. Fear is also there to protect us. It stops us from doing stupid things. That's great. That's a positive side of fear. That's positive fear. It stops you from running across the motorway at peak traffic. That's because you fear that you will die. And that's a very, very positive fear to keep in your life. Please don't do it. But the negative aspect of fear is the voice in your head that says, we better not do this. We better not take this chance. We better not seize that opportunity because this could go wrong. This could go wrong. Imagine if this happened. Wow, we could be all on our own. We could have such problems. And so fear is a thing that holds us stuck in place. Fear limits us. It stops us from moving forwards. So we have to be brave. We have to make the effort to move past our fear so that we can really become proud of the life that we're living. Really become proud of this body. So in this body, we're standing or sitting in this soft, relaxed posture. It really helps us to gather chi into our bodies. So as soon as we quiet and relax our minds, the energy of the body can turn over to healing. So we sit or stand in this very quiet state, and the body takes its opportunity to start cleaning the cells, to move into healing mode. Because your brain is no longer saying, do this, do that, make this chemical, do that. We're just settling into this soft, relaxed place where the energy can flow well, where the blood and the chi can flow around your body, cleaning your body. We have this quietened mind where we can look as the observer at aspects of our life. So when I say to you, are you proud of your life? I'm not saying to you, Are you proud of the things that you have achieved? That's different. It's not about achievement at all. It's about being proud of your life at a consciousness level, feeling that you really are connected to all there is, that you really are working through all of the emotions and traumas and stories of your life. And as you look at them, they burn away, they dissolve. So we have this kind of process where we turn a light onto some emotional trauma in our lives. Let's just create a little scenario. Your sister always, whenever your sister arrives in a room, she makes a comment to you. And she says, "Oh, you're looking older, you're looking fatter, you're looking more tired," whatever it is. So just imagine your shoulders, your sister says this to you when she walks into the room. And you instantly have a reaction. You feel it surge through your body. That's the moment you have to look at that trigger and think, why did I get upset? Why do I always get triggered by this person saying the predictable things that they always say? What is it inside me that is triggered? What emotions or what pictures, what thoughts have set emotions in progress that are now making me feel angry, now making my face go red, now making my body shake, now making me want to hit the person, whatever it is. So we look at a sort of a trigger place and we think, what is the emotion? And then we think, okay, it's the same thing that's been going all the way through my youth, my childhood, goes all the way back to my sister, always bullying me. And then you try and look at this pattern. You think to yourself, how do I shine a light on this? How do I change this? How do I forgive this terrible story? How do I let go of it? And you just shine a light into this area of your life and you think about it, you contemplate it, you forgive it, you break it down, you just wash it away and let it go. And the next time your sister walks into the room and says, "Oh, you're looking tired," or "You're looking fat," you just say, "Yeah, your opinion, I don't care." And then just let it go and walk past. And suddenly you find that that part of you has released. Some deep, deep root from your childhood has been pulled out, dissolved, let go of. You think, I don't need to react to that anymore. 50 years of reacting to that, and now I don't need to react to it anymore. And so the key thing about this process I'm talking about is that what we're trying to do is to be proud of the life that we live. And in order to be proud of the life we live, and just to reiterate, not to be proud of our achievements are something else. To be proud of ourselves as a conscious being, to really say we are living the best life. And in order to live our best life, we have to look at the things that make us upset. What is upset? Upset is a change in the body, a chemical change in the body. What are the things that have triggered that chemical change? Switch on the TV, some more bad news on the television. Grrr, you get angry. Why have you been triggered by that? Why do you always fall in love with the wrong person? Why do you feel so sad about this issue? Why do you feel so angry? Why do you hate this? Why do you worry about that? Why do you have anxiety? So we look at all of these things and ask where the root is. What is the root of it? The key to all of this is self-love. We hear the gurus, I was going to say fitness gurus, not fitness, kind of, mental fitness gurus rather, talking about self-love. But self-examination comes first. Looking deep inside, finding out what there is. and then sending love to that part of your life. I know I always get angry when I'm driving. Why do I always get angry when I'm driving? Because I can just hear my dad's voice in my head, him getting angry with other drivers. Now I get angry with other drivers. Oh, Dad, I'm going to have to let that go now. I'm going to have to say sorry. I'm going to have to send some love to you, Dad. Let that whole idea go because I don't want it anymore. It's yours, it's not mine. I'm going to pour love into my body instead of thinking of my angry dad shouting at people. I'm going to fill that aspect of my life with love. And the next time something happens, I'm going to send love to that driver, not hatred, So we try and build up a strategy about the story, and we try and replace anger, hatred, anxiety, stress. We try and replace these things with love for ourselves. And sometimes you have to look at yourself and just say, you have to laugh at yourself. You have to say, oh my goodness, I'm always triggered by that. Anyway, that part of me that always gets triggered. I'm just going to send some love to it today. Never mind. Don't worry. Tell your body everything's okay. Tell your life and your subconscious, yeah, I know we get triggered. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to send you lots of love anyway. So this is the idea about living our perfect life. We have to find a way to love ourselves at the deepest root level. We can be so critical of ourselves. Gosh, all we want to do is criticize ourselves. Oh, I always do this. I always do that. I'm very bad at this. I'm not very good at that. And on these stories go. The things that you can perceive as your weakness, they are the greatest opportunities for change. Okay, so just hear that one more time. The things you think are your worst weaknesses, they are the keys that open change in your life. You just have to be bold enough, there's that word again, be bold to grab this weakness and examine it and say, why do I always fall in love with the wrong person? What is that about? And examine it, look at it, send love to it, find a way to heal it. Pour that healing into that aspect of your life. And so when somebody says to you, unlikely as it may seem, a therapist says to you, what about love? Do you always fall in love? And you just say, no, I used to. That was an old story of mine. But now I've healed that. I've really worked my way through it and I've let it go. And your whole body moves on and a weakness is gone. And that is a new opportunity for you to be a different person. Seek out those weaknesses. Make them your strengths. Just imagine your whole body dissolving into chi. All of the problems, all of the stories, all of the weaknesses, let them go. When we move from our physical life into this chi state and into this consciousness state, and I am asking you to imagine your whole body dissolving into chi. Let go of the physicality. No longer the solid version of you. Now, the open, universal version of you, which can no longer tell what's inside and what's outside. Imagine yourself completely transparent. You can imagine a kind of like, dot line all the way around the outside of the body, just a kind of a shadow of you, and the rest of you is completely transparent. You can see all the way through. Just let yourself dissolve into the chi field. Along with it, all of your problems dissolve into the chi field. All of your stories dissolve into the chi field. Just let go. Just let go. Just become one with everything. Just soften and relax. So you imagine this version of you which has just expanded out, opened up. Even the dense things in your body, like the bones. If you take a look through a microscope at a bone, it's actually like we have a sweet in the UK called Crunchy Bar, honeycomb. It's like a honeycomb inside. The structure of it has got lots of space inside it. It's not as solid as we think it is. So we can dissolve bones, dissolve the interior, the bone marrow, dissolve the muscles, dissolve the tendons, dissolve all the organs in your body, dissolve the systems, dissolve your spine, dissolve the nervous system, dissolve your digestive system, dissolve the blood system, the lymph system, your endocrine system with all the hormones. Just let everything go. Dissolve your skin, dissolve your sensory organs. Nothing left. You are just chi. Become completely see-through. Let go of the reality. I'm doing air quotes here, inverted commas. The reality. Let go of it. Just allow yourself to become one with the chi field. And with it, the patterns that have been controlling you. The stories you tell yourself from childhood. Oh, I've never been good at that. My teachers told me I would never amount to anything. My father was so cruel to me. My mother hated me. All of these stories are no longer important. Nobody cares. You don't need them. Let them go. Let them go. Let them truly go. The sadness in your lungs. But that person died and I didn't get to say goodbye to them. Let it go. The sorrow. Oh, nothing ever worked for me in my life. Let it go. Gone. I feel so guilty. The priest told me I should be guilty. Let it go. I'm so ashamed. Let it go. I have this deep sorrow inside me. Let it go. I have so much fear. Nope. Let it go. Not important. I feel this strong hatred towards. Nope, nope, nope. Not having hatred. Let it go. I feel so anxious. No, no point. It's not serving you. I always worry. What has worrying ever done for anybody? Let that go. Release it. No point. We let go of all of these emotions. Just see them for being worthless. Just see them as being blockages to living your perfect life. Soften all of these problems. Dissolve them out into the universe. This idea of sitting out in the sun, just letting the sun bathe your body. Well, I was talking earlier about shining a light into the illness, shining a light into the problem and seeing it dissolve. Well, that's exactly it. Imagine the sunshine through every cell of your body, through every story in your life, dissolving those patterns. Shine the light into the darkest corners of your life. And just imagine those patterns dissolving. I was just thinking of that 1960s film, The Wizard of Oz. And there's the bit where one of the sort of wicked witches dies, and then all the sort of bat-like creatures that were associated with her, they all kind of fizzle up and disappear. And that's it. It's that kind of moment. Or sometimes in vampire movies, the sunlight and the vampire and dissolves into dust. Well, that's what I'm asking you to do here. I'm asking you to take your internal vampires and shine sun on them and watch them dissolve into dust. Let go of those patterns that trigger you. Let go of the stories that are making you ill. Let go at the deepest of levels. Come on, no need anymore. Living in the past is punishing ourselves from past stories. What would be the point? Dissolve, dissolve, dissolve. No point in living in the past. And so we draw this amazing healing into our lives. Imagine the whole of the universe has this incredible healing energy. It does, but just imagine. When you draw it back into your life, you can rebuild yourself as a new person. You can rebuild the stories in your subconscious as positive stories. You can rebuild this bold life that I was talking about. You can see that there's no point in allowing the old stories to control you. And now we bring back good new stories. You don't really need to know what they are. Just imagine bringing the sunshine back into every cell of your body. Just imagine bringing good health back into every cell of your body. Just imagine bringing a good future into your life. And you don't need to know what it is. You can just say, I am open to a good future. Just remember this. Every moment spent dwelling in your past, punishing yourself in your past, is a present moment you've lost. It's a present valuable moment that you've gone and spent digging up old stories from the past to beat yourself with. Yeah, do you need that? So let's just think about a positive new future. If you like, a yellow brick road stretching out ahead of you to keep my terrible Wizard of Oz story going. Just imagine you can go along the yellow brick road towards a bright new future. Imagine your body healing itself. Imagine your body going back to perfect working order. Imagine everything in your body is going to be okay. Happy, healthy, perfect working order. So when we spend time dissolved out into the universe in this way, it's always good to kind of gather ourselves back into our bodies. So why don't you take a big armful of chi and bring it all the way back to your tummy. Pull it back in. Imagine a big ball of energy going deep inside. You can do that a few times. You just take your hands back past your hips. You sweep your hands out. You imagine gathering a huge ball of chi and then drawing it back to the belly and squeezing it deep inside, holding it in the core of your body. All of this energy percolates through the whole of your body. One more time. Gather the hands out to the side, big ball of chi in front, bring it round, and then absorb it deep inside you. Imagine that you're charging up this vast reservoir of energy deep in your belly. So we hold all this chi deep inside. Imagine that we can take this chi, this vast reservoir of energy in the belly, and sweep it up your spine into your brain. Imagine illuminating your brain. Every cell in your brain is strong. Every cell in your brain working well. all the functions of your brain are coming back to perfect working order. Illuminate your brain. Illuminate the sensory organs as well. Imagine your eyes, nose, mouth, ears, throat, all of the sensory organs working really, really well. And then move this chi down your spine into your thyroid and your neck, everything working well. Pour it down your arms to your fingertips, everything working well. Fill the whole of your spine, round your ribs, like a big chi hug for the organs. Deep inside, we've got our lungs working really well, got the heart working really well, spleen and pancreas, the liver, around the back, the kidneys, and all of the internal organs, the digestive system, the lymph system, the urinary system, everything working well. The endocrine system with all of its various hormone, such as the thyroid, the thymus, the adrenal glands, the sexual organs, the pituitary gland. All of these are working really well. The hormonal system working really, really well. The nervous system inside your body, all these tendrils that stretch out to the tips of your fingertips, the tips of your toes, the nervous system working beautifully, the blood system flowing well, your heart and your liver, the spleen, everything working perfectly, blood and chi flowing round your body. And then as we go down, we imagine the spine, imagine the hips and the pelvis, everything is really working well. The thighs, down into your knees working well, down to your calves, down to your Achilles tendon, your feet, your ankles, to the tips of your toes, the soles of your feet, everything working well. Imagine the skin. So move from the skin up the back of your body, up over the top of the body, down the front of the body. The skin on every aspect of your body is working really well. And then imagine an energy field round your skin. It's a big field of 6 centimeters around the outside of the skin, like a beautiful glowing shield of energy, strong and powerful. We just imagine this chi field round us, protecting us. Yeah, and then round even bigger, a big bubble of chi, a meter in front, a meter behind, left, right. This vast bubble of chi around you, protecting you, keeping you well. So we have this open connection out into the world that really helps us to connect out, but we also have these beautiful protections. So what we have is this balanced connection to the world around us. Everything in the body working well, all of the body protected, safe, all of the functions of the body working well. You, perfect working order, happiness, joyful, wise, all functions of your body in perfect working order. All functions of your body are healthy. All functions of your body healthy. Why not? Healthy. So let's just turn some circles round the belly button. So what we do is we put our hands on the belly button, and we turn 3 circles. I normally start anti-clockwise. So we turn 3 circles around. What that does, it sort of gathers any excess energy in the body, and it brings it back into this big storage place deep inside you. Then we send 3 circles back in the opposite direction, and this is just a kind of drawing ourselves back into this moment, into this physicality, into this body, bringing us back into this time and space, if you will. So we draw everything back, and we just kind of connect ourselves back. We bring ourselves back into this very moment, into this time, space, body. Slowly open your eyes, put a big smile on your face. Let's release the hands by the sides. Let's just shake the hands out a little bit. Perhaps you want to shake the feet out a little bit. If you feel that your back would benefit from a bend, it's fine to do a bend, but come up very slowly because you can make yourself terribly dizzy if not. We can bend the back a little bit, and then we can just straighten up very slowly, no rush. Perhaps you want to turn your back a little bit. Do whatever you need. Stretch in whatever way you do need to bring your body back into a bit of motion. If we've been sitting or standing for a while, it's good just to kind of come back into a little bit of movement. And then we finish off. We say haola. So it's a Chinese phrase, haola. It means good already. It means all these things we've been doing, fixed, stamped, agreed, approved, okay, So this is it. So we say haola. What we do is put our hands up in the air. I count 1, 2, and then we say haola. but don't unmute yourself because you suddenly appear on my YouTube video if you unmute yourself. Don't worry, I'll know you're saying hello with me. Okay, so raise the hands up in the air. 1, 2. Ha. 1, 2. Ha. 1, 2. Ha. Ah, very good. So in 𝐸𝐴 Qigong, we put our feet together. We have a final salute for each other. So you may be aware of the Buddhists. They use this prayer position. The Taoists have their hands one covering another. And in 𝐸𝐴 Qigong, what we do is we bring the right hand up and the left hand down. We place palm on palm, and then we pull the fingertips together. We put the thumbs on the end. This is what Dr. Pang calls entirety hands, the entirety of the universe, a bit like a yin and yang symbol. The entirety of the universe right here. Thank you very much for being here today. Thank you very much for watching my video. Subscribe to my channel and please pass this video around with all of your friends. Give it to anybody who might need it. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Bye.